You know what's hard? Being consistent is hard, right? Right. Being consistent when you're living with a chronic neurological condition that is completely unpredictable makes it even harder. And I have so many half-finished blog posts, half-finished checklists, checklists, so many tools and resources that I've been half inspired to create, and then pain comes and nausea comes and the inability to get out of bed comes, and then these things end up in the pile of where the heck did I put that? And I've gotten frustrated and I feel like I'm letting everybody down because that's my default. And it's not inspiring and it's not exciting and I don't like living like this. And then yesterday I had this incredible mind-blowing moment in amongst a whole heap of pain. And that was, oh my goodness, I have created so much free content and free resources since I've been creating content, which started in about 2009. So it's 2025. That's a long time. And I thought there are just people around who don't know where to go to find this stuff. And I've put all this pressure on myself to create new stuff that's exciting and in the moment and is going to be great. So I'm taking the pressure off me right now, but still serving you, awesome health professional. So living with 8 migraine days a month, which in the last 2 weeks has increased to 14, I'm just not going to be able to be as consistent as I was. But you know what the power of visibility is? In the 10 years that went on before I got cancer and before this neurological condition kicked in, I was dedicated to making sure that I was blogging, I was emailing the people who had said, "Joe, send me stuff," that I was creating content to help nurture and help people like you feel like you could know me, trust me, and decide whether you wanted to like me, and maybe even exchange some of my knowledge and skills for your hard-earned money. But if you don't know where to go to find this stuff, then no wonder I feel pressured to create it all the time. So I want to give you a bit of a summary right now in this video of where you can go to find the cool Joe stuff that might allow you to feel like you've got a bit of a Joe on your shoulder, like the big tree over there, to help your mindset stay clear, to help you ask quality questions of yourself, and to help you navigate this very difficult, sometimes morally injurious environment called healthcare that we find ourselves in. So the first place you can go is to YouTube. If you search Joe Muirhead TV, you will find a YouTube channel. Nearly 450 people have found it. So I know it's there and I know it's findable. And on that YouTube channel, you will find this video series called This is Private Practice. Now, my hair is very different because it was a pre-cancer era, not pre-COVID era, which is kind of the same thing for me anyway. And there's like 300 odd videos there of 2 minutes, 3 minutes of just the sometimes annoying things that we have to deal with as private practice owners. It all started with me having an argument with my telco provider. I even found the episode while I was preparing for this video today where I sang. I actually sang their heads, shoulders, knees and toes song to all of the pieces of software that we needed back in the day to be able to create a nurture sequence. Fortunately, smart coders have caught up with our needs and it's nowhere near as complicated these days. You just need to know what piece of software you're looking for. So that's over on YouTube. There's a playlist there for all of the previous podcast episodes, all 4 seasons, including the original interviews I did for the book, The Entrepreneurial Clinician. Plus, there's a host of shorts, smaller, shorter videos, and some longer form videos that answer how-to type questions. But if you have a burning question that you would love me to answer over on YouTube, please let me know, because if you could help inspire my content creation, I'm going to feel a little bit more inclined to get this setup happening again and make myself another cup of coffee on a pain-free day. So that's YouTube. Then, of course, there is all the places you can find a podcast. So iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, the other places that I cannot remember off the top of my head and didn't write in my list. The podcast is now it's finished its 4th season. I'm currently looking for a sponsor for the 5th season. I've already started interviewing. So I'd really like to keep the podcast going. I just don't have my private practice anymore, so I have no other way of funding it. So if you're a recruiter or if you're somebody who provides services to allied health professionals in private practice, then how would you like to get in front of 1,500 of your ideal clients for 12 weeks, 13 weeks? Yeah, come talk to me. That'd be a good idea. So then there's the podcast, free to you as a consumer. What else have we got there? If you go to my website, jomuirhead.com, and you navigate across the top line, you'll find a tab that says free stuff. There's free stuff there. And yeah, it will direct you to the podcast and it'll direct you to the YouTube channel. But on top of that, there are other tools and other resources that don't fit on YouTube or on a podcast. So I've got guides. There's a free training on how to start a networking conversation. There is other masterclasses available there. All of this stuff is there, ready for you to take and offer and enjoy. There are previous blogs there if you prefer to read. There's a lot of blogs. I used to blog weekly, and then I gave myself permission to blog fortnightly or every 2 weeks. Now I blog when I can finish something. Yay me! I finished something! So there's website, there's the first chapter of the Entrepreneurial Clinician book. If you don't know whether you want to buy it or you want to read it, download the first chapter. It'll give you an idea of the content, the style of writing, the types of things you're going to learn about. There's also a document that we put together after last season's podcast called 10 Truths from Burnt Out Clinicians Who Are Now Thriving. That's a great resource. That's an incredible lived experience resource. And if you're wondering why I keep looking down, it's because I've got notes, because I might not be in pain today, but I'm not going to be able to remember everything because I've literally spent, 16 years creating all of this content. And a lot of it is really good, if I do say so myself. I have some on-demand training, some training that I've recorded that you can do in your own time. It's really low cost because I want to make sure that health professionals can continue to do this work and be supported in a way that helps them do quality work and become the quality healthcare business owners that we need you to be. The World Health Organization is telling us that we are going to be in a deficit of 10 million or some astronomically stupid number that I can't imagine the zeros of, health professionals across the world by 2030. So in 4 years' time, and we wonder why AI has become so important. I want to make sure that we've got healthy, vibrant health professionals who want to keep doing this work and create a culture in our industry that says to younger people, I want to go do that. I want to go and help transform lives like Joe did, or like Minky did, or like Valerie did, or like Brad did. That's what lights me up. So this on-demand training, there's one called Handling Objections with Ease, incredibly powerful training for health professionals. Because we all get faced with objections. The prospective client that says, I didn't think it would be that much, or I can't come at that time, or I need to ask my spouse, my mum, my dad, my dog, my cat, the fish. They're all objections. And if you haven't figured out a way to navigate those objections, number one, you're leaving money on the table, but number two, you're letting hurt people stay hurt. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to convert or bring on board every single person that you speak to, but you are going to learn how to navigate your own objections to working with you, because they're the ones that are getting in the way of you being able to have these conversations with people and enabling them to go, I need help from this person. That's a really powerful training. And then I put together all the trainings that I did in the the Entrepreneurial Clinician Collective, which I stopped after 4 years because I got so sick. But all those trainings are now in one easy place for you to go and look at things about your mindset, about diversifying your income or multiple streams of income, on burnout and self-care, and on visibility and marketing. Now, of course, there's going to be other things in there. There's a really great training on how to be a fantastic podcast guest, and some other great training in there that I know people have really enjoyed, and I enjoyed delivering. So there's how many hours? I worked it out. There's over 25 hours of training just in that library alone. And it's not theoretical training. Like, I'm not that person. If you want an academic trainer, I'm not that person. But if you want somebody that's going to help you take action immediately, I'm your girl. And I want to help you do that. So that's exactly what each of these short courses are designed to help you do. There's an incredibly thorough, very thorough exploration of your ideal client, how to find that information, how to use that information, so that you never have to worry about what piece of content you need to write again, or how to write your website copy, or how you turn up to a speaking gig ever again. Because I'm going to teach you how to analyze and use that information in a way that's meaningful and not just some bizarre academic exercise. I've got a few books. So there, of course, there is the book, The Entrepreneurial Clinician. There is also the yearly planner called Your Plan, which, well, here we are in July of 2025. So already this year's Your Plan, I think we've got that at a 75% discount over on Etsy, so that you can use it for the next 6 months or whenever you see this video. It's currently being redesigned for 2026, so we'll be able to put that up for you as well. I have another resource called Activating Resilience that I wrote with my friend and colleague Kylie Worry. This is an 8-session resilience workbook that you can work through. You might want to work through it with people you're supervising, or you might want to work through it with your clients. Now, caveat here, there is a copyright symbol in the book and there is a copyright explanation. So please don't do what I found out other people are doing, which is photocopying the entire book and then sharing it. That's actually illegal and a breach of copyright. You don't do that. This tool has been designed in such a way that it's cost effective so that you can purchase it or have your client purchase it individually. That's why I did it the way I did it. Please don't be breaking the law. Number one, that's not fair to me. And number two, that's just illegal. Just don't be doing that stuff. Over on Etsy as well, so you have to search. This is where things get a little confusing around Joe. You have to search the Purple Co store over on Etsy because they needed my legal business entity name here in Australia, which is Purple Co. I've also got some tools over there on how to be, like, there's a checklist on how to be a great podcast guest. There's the Entrepreneurial Clinician Manifesto that you can print off and have on your wall. And I've got some other things on the boil, which means I've got them in progress somewhere, happening, including really, really cool t-shirts that I cannot wait to bring to fruition. I'm just getting frustrated with finding a supplier who can print and deliver in Australia and the US at the same time. That feels really hard. So there's a great big long list there. So in the caption and wherever you're watching this video, you'll find a list of where you can go to find all of the things, because I know you're going to need to do that. But I really want to let you know that I have done my best to resource you in a way that is going to be meaningful, in a way that is going to help you progress yourself as a healthcare business owner and as a leader in healthcare, because gosh forbid, we need you. When I started this journey back in 2009, I was like horrified at how quickly people were leaving the profession. Well, that has accelerated astronomically now, and we've got people who leave health and helping professions before they've even paid off their university debts. And I've met a couple of people this year who have chosen very, very different careers, who have already paid off their debts by finding an alternative way of making money. And that makes me sad, because as health professionals, we have so much to offer. But if we don't keep ourselves healthy in the process, we will leave. Why would we stay in a work environment or in a work industry that doesn't make us feel good about the work we do? So I'm here to try and apprehend that and bring that to all of our attention. So there we go. Pretty 15-minute summary. Woohoo! There we go. I'm going to go finish my cup of coffee, and I look forward to being able to create some more content. Well, actually finish off the creation of the content I've already started. So you might need to subscribe to my YouTube channel because there'll be different things going out there. Come onto my email list to make sure that you don't miss out, and make sure you're in the Future Proofing Health Professionals Facebook group. That way, whenever I release something, you are going to be one of the first to know. Go forth, be awesome. This is Jo Muirhead.